We're Trent Allie, and our first test of framing was to build the most complicated, biggest wall of our house.
Today, we have an appointment with the crane. He's gonna come and stand that wall, which is nothing short of terrifying.
There's a lot at stake today, and we're trying to remain calm.
You need to be aware of the worst case scenarios. You need to know what you're trying to avoid. And here, it's death. We're trying to avoid death.
Oh, here we go! Woo! It turns out, standing the wall might not be the most stressful part. Oh man. I don't know how you're gonna do this. We're excited to partner with ButcherBox on today's video. They deliver high-quality, sustainably sourced meats and seafoods directly to your door. We'll share more about them later, but first, we need to get to work.
Are you ready?
Everyone feeling strong?
Let's do this!
One.
Because the weather isn't waiting for anyone.
Today and tomorrow, it's forecasted for wind. No rain, no bad weather, just wind. Last night, I had about 5 nightmares in a row.
Me too!
About framing this house. At one point, one of our neighbors in my dream came and helped me frame something, and then it like fell apart and I was really mad. And I just kept waking up like, no, we've got to nail them together better, and just like, it's a terrible night. Anyway, I know you guys probably are sick of hearing this, but today's gonna be a really stressful day.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
The ones that are on your face?
Yeah.
No.
Luckily the hand sanitizer. Oh dude, I gave it a major bath.
Brandon dropped his sunglasses in the porta-john.
They're clean.
Oh no.
If the hand sanitizer will take care of coronavirus, it'll probably take care of some poop that's in that porta-john too.
I gave it like 3 baths.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What a way to start the morning.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes.
I have a bunch of scrap wood that I couldn't carry. I guess I could carry, but it would take a million trips to carry. What do you think is gonna happen
When we stand this?
when I throw this off the front porch?
Oh,
Don't throw
it's gonna open. For sure gonna open.
These guys say I shouldn't do it, but I think I really want to do it.
Do it.
Can she do it? Definitely don't throw it right here.
Don't throw it right here?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it over there.
Okay. I doubt it, but let's see what you got.
Swings.
Let's see what you got. Come on, Allie.
As long as I let go and don't go flying off the edge,
Don't go with it.
it should be fun.
If you hang on to it the whole time, it might stay together. I don't think I think you're underestimating how far that's actually gonna go.
Stay together.
It did stay together.
It did
And it's
stay
way
together.
easier now for me to drag over to the truck.
If you would have tossed it over there, it would have rolled downhill and it'd probably be at the truck right now.
It was a lot heavier than it looked.
Good job.
Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest.
We don't really know if this is gonna work, but I figure we could have the crane hoist around these 2 studs and the post right here. It's all tied into the double top plate, and he should be able to lift the wall with that. We basically spread out our opening, so we're gonna catch 4 studs. It's gonna double the width of the hoist points, so I think it should be a lot stronger, and he should be able to just lift the wall up. And hopefully nobody dies, and hopefully it doesn't fall back down and break in half or bust our floor through and we have to start over at square one. I'm trying not to be like doomsday and trying not to be negative. I know a lot of people in the comments are like, Trent, you're such a drama queen. Trent, you're so negative. Trent, you're always thinking of the worst case scenario. Well, that's because you need to be aware of the worst case scenarios. You need to know what's on the table. You need to know what you're trying to avoid. And here, it's death. We're trying to avoid death. this wall weighs as much as a truck. And when they start picking it up, when it gets to like 45 degrees is when it literally has almost the most amount of pressure on the straps. And if they break, this will most likely blow the floor into the basement. If it doesn't, and you're standing underneath it, it will turn you into cranberry sauce. There will be nothing left. Also, the other thing we have to worry about is the crane, when he's picking it up, can tip over. The crane can tip over. And if the boom is like in your vicinity, it can land on you. I'm probably going to have gray hair by the time this is done being built because every day is so stressful and there's so much pressure. And per usual, I've never done anything like this before.
Morning.
How's it going? Oh, good. You Brandon?
Yeah, unfortunately. Two straps. Yeah. Well, we're not picking it up, so.
Yeah,
Right.
you're just tilting it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's all that happens.
Unless something goes really wrong. All right, here they come. We've just gone through the whole wall and trying to figure out exactly the safest way to hook straps to the top, to pivot it up. There's been a lot of preparation for this moment. So even though it's very high pressure, very high consequence, I think we're ready. I think we're gonna be safe, but we'll see what happens. Okay, first up, and this is a really good side, we were really worried about how this crane truck was gonna be able to fit up our driveway and whether the slope was still gonna be too steep. Our excavator's dump truck is still in the way and we weren't sure if that would need to be moved, but he looks like he's got it all figured out. It's in the perfect spot. This is exciting, guys.
Here we go.
Ready or not.
This is insane. Oh, here we go! Woo! Be careful, Trent. Get out of there, Trent. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, you guys, we have a wall. It's standing upright, it hasn't smushed anybody. The crane is still attached to it, and so while it's attached, they're doing all the bracing. It's basically an enormous wind sail, and we need to brace it as much as possible because we're probably not going to be able to get another wall frame today, and we do not want to come back tomorrow morning to this thing having blown over. But I think the stressful part is almost over. They still have to climb up to the top and unhook the straps. After that, we're in the clear.
I wouldn't get up there, not me.
You can hook my belt and just take me up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're posting on YouTube and I'll get it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We'll put duct tape on all your guys'.
It turns out lifting up the wall was definitely the easy part. These guys have been bracing the wall, which is a little terrifying. Now is the most terrifying part. Trent needs to climb up almost 30 feet to unhook the straps. A little sketchy.
I'm having a hard time here.
Everything's going really well, you're doing great.
Thanks.
This is intense.
Yeah, I gotta take my hat off for this one.
Go slow, be careful.
The crane guys told me It's my responsibility to get the straps off the top of the building. I didn't know this.
Be safe.
We need to call the fire department to get their ladder out here.
We need some trampolines set up. Oh man. I don't know how you're gonna do this. Oh my goodness.
Alright, everyone that freaked out that we didn't have scaffolding when I was on the side of the foundation, don't watch this part. Ready? There you go.
Rock climber Trent does it again.
I'd much rather do this than ride in an airplane. Why'd they make this thing so dang skinny in the middle? It's like riding a freaking guitar string on the way down.
The wild mouse at Lagoon.
You guys are my heroes.
That was all Trent.
That was awesome.
That was all everybody.
Oh,
I didn't do much. I just held that board pretty much the whole time.
I'm still
well,
scared
it's
of this
still
thing.
there, so you did a
Like-
good job.
Let me just say, being up there made me realize that doing the roof on this thing is going to be absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, we need a lot of safety equipment
Like a snorkel lift.
and some heavy machinery.
That'll fall over. It's so high. What are we doing here? I'm scared.
You guys,
Terrifying.
we have a wall, an actual wall. It's fully stood up, it's straight, it's braced, it's beautiful.
It's ginormous.
It's way bigger than I expected it to be. It looked big laying on the floor, but standing up, it's huge, guys. Okay, I spoke way too soon. The most stressful part of the day, 100%, was Trent having to climb up to the top of that roof line and undo the straps. The crane itself totally knows what they're doing. They're awesome, they're professionals, they're super safe. It's just having to watch your husband climb up a ladder not strapped onto anything and very carefully finagle very heavy strapping. He did a great job. I'm so glad he's done with that. We have one more thing that this crane is gonna do. And of course, everything's happening at the same time. Our friend John just showed up with a load of rocks for our rock retaining wall. I don't know where he's gonna put these.
Ready? Move. Ready? Yeah. He has all the pressure off of it. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, it just fell in. What happened?
he lowered it.
You know, we like envision all this stuff, study it, run through it 1,000 times in my dreams and my nightmares, and I just don't really ever expect any of it to work. And I don't want to speak too soon. This is looking pretty good. We did it.
We did it.
These are some enormous rocks, huh?
They are huge.
I was kind of afraid they might fall over if I got on top of them. But...
Yeah, be careful.
Welcome to the Church of Trent Allie.
You're almost as tall as it.
It's so insane, dude.
So it's gonna be, now that I can see how tall it is, it's gonna be such like a short, tall house.
Yeah, but it looks like that in the renderings. It's no mystery.
Do you guys want to see the renderings?
We'll show you guys the renderings soon. Our patrons have already seen them a little while ago, but it is a lot taller than it is wide. Whew. It's almost as tall as it is long, so yeah. It kind of is a little bit of a funny shape. But we got the Simpson strong wall installed. We got the big gable end monster Godzilla wall installed, and everything went pretty well.
We're cleaning up. We are exhausted. I think we have some fun plans for dinner. We're just gonna try to relax a little bit. We'll see you back at Terry.
All right, so today was an absolutely crazy day. Not only did we get the wall stood, we got it bolted down, we got it braced. Today's video is brought to you by ButcherBox, and we're actually gonna be making one of their steaks tonight. We got 2 delicious grass-fed ribeyes coming right up.
ButcherBox believes in doing better. They partner directly with farmers who are committed to raising animals humanely and use sustainable farming practices that are gentle on our planet. They take the guesswork out of dinner and give us healthy, high-quality meat and seafood options sent straight to our door. Their boxes are customizable, deliveries are flexible, and at the end of a busy day, we can look forward to a healthy, high-quality meal.
That's probably the best steak I've ever even had. It's like so juicy and so tender. I don't know, if you guys are like us and you actually care about where your meat comes from, you want to get really high-quality ingredients when you make food, ButcherBox is definitely the place to go. I highly recommend it. All of their meat is sustainably sourced, and they basically make sure all of their products are top of the line. You're never gonna get something in one of the ButcherBox boxes that you don't love. If you click the link in our description, you'll actually get 2 filet mignons and 2 lobster tails free with your first order. They're basically just giving away their prized jewels. Thanks again to ButcherBox for sponsoring today's video and delivering us these amazing steaks. We are gonna see you guys in the morning.
Wow, Big Mama and Big Papa. You see Big Papa back there?
What's up, guys? Good morning. Today is Friday, which means 2 things. It's almost the weekend, which I'm like dying to have as the weekend where I can just sleep in for one day. We've been getting up at 6 a.m. every single day. And 2, donuts. Now that Brandon's up there working for us, I want to like try and do cool, fun things for Brandon because, you know, work sucks. And when you have to go to work, it sucks. So if we have a dozen donuts, maybe work doesn't suck so much. So we're taking donuts up. It's making me happy, obviously. Yeah. Hopefully it makes Brandon happy as well. Honestly, I had no idea, but my grandma just told me that today and tomorrow it's forecasted for wind. No rain, no bad weather, just wind. And it's like, oh, well, what perfect timing that we just built a freaking 30-foot wall that's like a giant wind sail right now. So hopefully we get these walls built today, we get them sheeted, we get them stood and bolted down, and they help support that wall so that we don't have any casualties or injuries, or the wall doesn't fall down and break or anything like that. It's got our fingers crossed.
Oh, it's not that cold.
Oh, it feels really nice,
Feels
actually.
really nice out. Oh, and guess what, guys? Our wall is still standing up. B-Roni.
Hey!
Ready for action?
Absolutely. The question is, are you ready for action?
Happy Friday.
Ooh. Donut Friday?
I
That
mean,
looks like a damn mess.
these are all for you.
I'm not eating all those. I'm gonna eat that jelly.
That's the biggest mess of all.
Yeah, well,
You're a jelly guy?
I am a jelly guy.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Trent's on his 3rd. Why not?
Is this an every Friday occurrence? I could get used to this.
The 1st story walls down here, and then we'll do the 2nd story floor system, and then all the 2nd story walls.
Oh yeah, we got more gifts, more Friday gifts for you. It's not a puppy, but it's the next best thing.
kitten.
Almost a kitten.
Ooh, a real tape. Look at that.
So we've had these Milwaukee tape measures that I thought were gonna be good, and they're garbage. They're really, really bad. They like don't retract, they get jammed up all the time. And when you're like trying to work quickly and you're trying to do a lot of measuring, like having to jam your tape measure back in and it getting bound up all the time, it's just like frustrating and it takes a lot of extra time. So I picked up a couple of new tape measures. These ones better not have any trouble or I'm gonna run them over with my truck.
Trent, I know you want to grow your beard out all winter long. I know you just want to be full on mountain man. But if you're gonna eat donuts every day, you gotta cut your beard or stop eating donuts. It's one or the other.
Or I could just have donut in my beard.
Saving it for later.
Absolutely. It still sucks in.
Oh,
no.
All right, let's get everything up to the house and get building walls.
Because what day is it?
Wall building day, Friday.
It's
Friday.
Friday.
It's Friday. Saturday, Sunday. Ah!
That video was awesome.
You can't like not be hyped if you watch that. You can't not get hyped after. You're like, yeah, it is Friday. Let's go.
Yesterday was full of adrenaline and stress and tension, but we got the big wall standing and it stayed up standing overnight, which is really the best thing we could have hoped for. Today, we need to get a couple other walls framed and put in place to help secure this big wall so that it doesn't fall over with the forecasted wind over the weekend. And in the meantime, while these guys are framing, our friend Chuck is here. He's gonna be setting some big rocks in place for our retaining wall. And hopefully, there's no problems today. All right, today we are just getting stuff done. It's early in the morning, but these guys are just ready to go. This first wall is framed and we're getting ready to stand it. They're gonna need my help with standing this, so I'm gonna put the camera down and hopefully it goes well.
This is really dangerous because if it gets away from us and it's gonna fall and like one person tries to stay under it, you're gonna get smushed.
Right.
So if it's going down, everyone just scurry like mice under an owl's flight, okay? When we start to lift it up and we start pushing, you're just gonna put your hands on here. Me and Chuck and Brandon are gonna have to grab these beams and like lift while pulling, or else we're gonna push it off the end.
Okay.
Moment of truth. Are you ready?
Everyone feeling strong?
Let's do this!
1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. It's gonna go against the board. Don't worry about pushing too far. Okay.
Good job, guys! Woo!
Ramp sets in it.
Do it.
And just like that, we have a front porch with the wall, an opening for a window. This is where I'm gonna live 99% of the year. Good job, dude. Good job, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let me just go ahead and come down here and get the spectator view for you guys.
This is my latte spot every morning with the view and the sitting and the windows.
I thought those windows were all going to be really small in the sunroom, but that window's enormous.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And this window's only like half the size of the windows that go over here.
House of windows.
House of windows. Just seeing the size of those rough openings is actually making me terrified because we're going to have to install those windows and they're going to weigh 1,000 pounds. Things to look forward to.
You guys are probably getting sick of me showing all these clips of the moose around here, but I just cannot get over it. They're enormous. I would not really call them gentle giants, more like mildly aggressive giants that you definitely want to give some space to, but We keep seeing the same mama and her baby, and the baby is getting bigger and bigger, and it's honestly just so cool to be living out here with them, or eventually going to be living out here with them. Anyway, sorry for showing all the Mices.
You guys that are experienced framers or construction workers are probably looking at these walls and thinking, holy crap, those are framed to industrial strength. And it's a great way to learn. But it's very intense. Like if you look right here, there's literally 6 LSL studs. These are insane. These weigh a ton.
It'll all be worth it.
Maybe. We're gonna have some big windows, I know that. All right.
Cold?
Are you not cold?
No.
It's chilly.
This feels fantastic. You just wait a couple months.
Yeah.
Then you can call it cold.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so we got the wall up standing, but it's not perfectly flush. We've had this problem recently because our wood is a little bit warped and twisted. It's been sitting out on the street for almost a month. We're trying to make everything as straight and flush and level, as perfect as possible. It's a little bit difficult on this wall. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, I'm just so tired from all of the hard work. My life is hard work now.
Yeah.
This is just every day is just like work until you want to die and then don't get enough sleep and wake up and do it the next day again.
We're gonna have a house when it's done.
You might not have a husband anymore. I might die on the way.
You better not. I definitely would prefer the husband over the house.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
So don't die.
Okay.
But also let's have a house.
Okay.
Okay.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do.
We did not get that far today. We got this whole wall built and stood, which I guess is a pretty good accomplishment considering these walls are pretty freaking complicated.
And we got this wall.
And this wall is like almost kind of laid out, not really, but we're working on it. So we're gonna get this window laid out, get the other 2 windows laid out. It's working out.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but Trent is pooped. I'm really happy it's Friday because we definitely need the weekend to sleep, honestly, more than anything else. We were gonna come up here and work Saturday and Sunday, but I think we're just gonna start fresh Monday morning. It'll help us prevent mistakes. It'll help us stay sane. But for now, we are going to try to wrap up the rest of this wall, or at least as much of it as we can. And I'm hoping Trent doesn't lose his mind in the process.
No guarantees. Oh man, I'm exhausted. I don't know what time it is. My phone died. That's how long of a day it's been. And we didn't even get this wall finished. I still have to do the bottom sills for the windows and the cripples for these 2 outside windows. But you can kind of get a gist of what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, for sure.
1 window here, 1 window there. So once this stands up, standing right here, about, maybe 75% will be visible still. So it'll kind of feel like you're outside. And that was the whole point. This was supposed to be a screened-in porch or an outdoor room. It turned into a sunroom.
Honestly, I'm just happy that the crane was able to pick up this big wall with no shenanigans, or minor shenanigans, and that it's still standing.
Still looks pretty straight.
Yeah.
I built this, so you never really know. it's gonna stay straight or be straight, or that wall was kind of crooked and we kind of made it straight. So we're doing our best here, but I think things are coming along nicely. Maybe you can't even tell this is the first time I've ever done this, but I can tell, and every time we have to rip something out and redo it, I'm kindly reminded. So
It's a hair out of square.
this whole house is a hair out of square, but that's fine.
Winter ain't waiting for nobody, so these long days are just gonna keep happening for a couple more days.
The rest of my life. Because once we get it dried in, we're just gonna be working long days trying to finish the inside.
That's true.
We hope you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure. If you did, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thank you again to ButcherBox for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!